Mistranslations by Robert Southey. A curious collection might be made of mistranslation in our language, not those which have grown out of an idiomatic expression like la derniere chemise de l'amour, for love's last shift, but those which have produced from the ignorance of translator. Thevenot in his travels speaks of the fables of Damné Calilve, meaning of the Heetopades of his fables. The translator, however, calls them the fables of damned Calilve. The compilation from the Mercurio Peruano, which was published some years ago under the title of The Present State of Peru, p. Geronymo Roman de La Higuera, a name but too well known in Spanish literature, is translated Father Geronymo, Romance of La Higuera. As another such incident in the appendix to Mr. Pinkerton's geography, but whether it rests with him or Barbié du Bocage, I know not. Memoir speaks of Don Michael de Sylva, Bishop of Viseu, secretary of La Pureté, favorite of the King of Portugal. The bishop was Escrivam de poridade, that is, confidential secretary, by which name the official ministers were at the time called. A translator of Funberg has made some strange blunders. He makes the traveller say, on one side of the mountain was a fine cascade that fell down a perpendicular precipice, under which there was a hollow in the mountain filled with several bushes. My inclination called me thither, and I must have gone a very roundabout way to it, and had ventured to take a leap of about 20 or 24 yards in height, which I did without being hurt in the least, the bush preventing me from making a hard fall. What the original may be I know not, but the translator does not appear even to have admired the jump, much less to have suspected his own accuracy. Nevertheless, the linear name saves him from a more portentous blunder. Dragons, he says, flew about the environs of Batavia in great numbers during the heat of the day, like bats in a summer's evening in Europe, without injuring me, or sometimes caught them in their flight. The reader would suppose Funberg to be outgoing St. George or Bermackhausen, but the translator had not luckily explained his own English by inserting the name Draco volans, that is, the flying lizard, in the text.